This is our cat. His name is Pumpkin. I didn't name him, so don't blame me for the horrible name. So yeah, there you go. He's a fairly, well, he used to be fairly active. He liked to run around and mess with people. Nowadays he tends to just lay down and not do much. He also used to get upset or active pretty easily. Like if you tease him, he would react very quickly. Nowadays, if you mess with him, he'll be very highly tolerant. I wonder why that is. I'm thinking maybe he's sick or something. And when I say sick, I don't mean like the flu or something. I don't know if the cats can get flu, but what I really mean is maybe something's wrong with him. I don't know. He is fairly young. He's only like 8 years old. So I'm thinking that that's not like the most logical answer, but you never know. Um, our other cats died when they were 12 and 14, I believe. The one who was 14 had some health problems, so I'm surprised that she lasted longer than the other one, but yeah. She had like kidney failure, the older one, and the younger one got diabetes, so I assume that's fairly young for them to die. And now he has problems. I don't know what that is. And sometimes it makes me wonder if that's a problem with, if it's a problem with the way that they were raised. Like, if they weren't raised properly, if they were, like something was done wrong, that would help develop health problems. And that makes me, I don't know, because the thing with animal shelters is a lot of the time the cat or dog just won't find a home, or it'll very rarely find a home, or it'll find its way into an abusive home where the owners will not take care of it, or they'll beat it maybe. So it's somewhat rare to find a family that will take good care of it, or at least decent care of it. And I feel like we've taken decent care of the cats. We gave them a good amount of affection and attention so they didn't like develop mental problems or go crazy. We gave them their food and their water. We would buy them toys to stimulate them. And that could be interpreted sexually, but it's not. We didn't buy them kitty dildos. But I'm just wondering though, since all three of them, well, I don't know if he does, but if he does, all three had problems early on. That makes me wonder if that's something bad on the part of those who were involved in raising it. Like if these cats get health problems early on, would it have been better if those individuals never stepped into their lives in the first place? Sure, they gave them a lot, but they didn't know what they were doing, and as a result, they caused a lot of negativity in their life in this way. The reason why I'm thinking about this is because a friend of mine recently said something that I didn't know how I felt about. He said, well, first off, he's a pretty good guy, but what he said is he's never going to have kids because he knows he'd be a terrible father, and he's never going to get married because he knows he would never treat his wife fairly. And on the one hand, if you got someone who's not going to do those things, it's probably good that he's not going to partake in them. You know, it saves the trouble of having a horrible divorce or having children who are beaten and molested, maybe, by the father. But in a way, is anybody really ready for that sort of thing? I think to take it to that extreme, you just have to have problems or be extremely apathetic. I feel like I care about people, at least to a moderate degree, where I care about their well-being and helping them create happiness in their lives, but I tend to be pretty socially stupid. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know how I can make things better for people. So I'm wondering if that would apply to me as well. I mean, I guess I don't know what I want to do with my life, but the idea of having a wife and kids, I guess one thing that's really scary in my mind is if you screw it up and then you make life worse for them. But on the other hand, is it like you're giving them a life that they wouldn't have had in the first place anyway? Because first off, when somebody marries you, their life changes altogether. They're now living a totally different life than they were originally. And also when you have the kids, they are, like, they didn't exist in the first place. So you might argue that you're giving them a poor life, but you gave them life in the first place. They can now have these experiences. And even if their life overall is negative, there is still positivity in their life, which you could argue is a good thing overall. So I'm wondering how that works. If you're going to cause negativity in someone's life, but by not going into their life, that life of theirs never really existed, are you doing them a favor or not? I don't know. Because on the one hand, I want to say you are, because you're still creating something with them, but is it better to exist in a form and have strong negativity in that form overall, or to never exist in that form at all? I don't know. That's just another question that I've been plaguing myself with. So, yeah.